Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the Tissot Powermatic 80 Ice Blue PRX. So I recently got this watch about 2 months ago and I've been wanting to make a little review about it because I love it. So let's get right into it. I'm going to talk about a little bit of the history, what the watch has to offer, as well as my thoughts and overview at the end. And I'll also get to the price at the end, which might be very interesting depending on what your knowledge is about automatic or mechanical watches. So let's get into it. Alright, so the specs. This is the Powermatic 80 version, which means it is not a quartz watch, as in it doesn't use a battery. It is an automatic movement, so essentially you just use it like you shake it around and it charges up the watch, and then the 80 stands for 80 hours of supposed charge. And so there's actually a spring that inside the watch maintains that charge as it unwinds. And then it also has the Lumicron face, so the dials and the hands are visible at night, which is a very nice little feature. Alright, let's get to the specs. So this is the Powermatic 80, which means it has 80 hours of charge. It is not a quartz watch, which means it doesn't use a regular battery. This uses an automatic movement, which when you just wear the watch and it shakes around, it charges up the spring. And so this has a hairspring inside of it, and it's essentially will last forever because you don't have to change a battery. But if you don't move it within those 80 hours, obviously the watch will stop, which has happened a couple times to me, but you just have to move it a little bit and it'll get going again, and make sure you just set the time right. It also has the super luminova dial, so the hour markers and the hands are visible at night, they glow. And obviously the dial is the ice blue color, which is so cool. I really like it. I know it's kind of a trendy thing right now, but it's just my favorite color. Like, I love blue and it looks great. With this band as well, which is interchangeable, stainless steel, it really makes the watch, I think, because a lot of watches in the same price range, which I'll get to a little bit later, but they usually have, you know, a very nice face or a good movement or similar movement, but they kind of skimp out on the watch band itself. So this is a great watch that looks and kind of punches above its price tier. So that's something that I really like about this watch. I also want to mention that this watch is water resistant up to 100 meters or 330 feet. So a little bit of history on this watch and the PRX line, which dates back all the way to 1978. They revived this line to keep more of a modern and slim case, which you can see right now in front of me. But it's beautiful. I really love the design of it because it does not look like a lot of other watches in the price range. And honestly, if you see it from far away and you don't know too much about watches, it might look like an Audemars Piguet or an AP. So to some that might be a selling point, but for me, I just really like the shape. It fits well with my wrist. I have a small wrist. Also, good note, I bought this online from Tissot directly, and I did not know my wrist size because I've only worn an Apple Watch forever. So this is my first truly, big boy watch, automatic watch. And so I had to measure my wrist, and they have a printout that you can just print it out. It gives you like a kind of like a measuring tool for your wrist, and it was pretty accurate. So don't worry if you feel like you don't know what size to get. You can also get it unsized, but I like that when it arrived, it was perfectly sized to me, and I could just wear it from day one. So as I was saying about the design, it's really cool because it's got a very slim design with a flat, I would say, like cover around the case with a beautiful polished stainless steel bezel around the dial, and it fits really well with my style. I can wear it with a t-shirt or with a suit. It fits with everything, and it really levels up your outfit no matter what you wear it with. So honestly, I use it a lot in a very casual setting with a t-shirt, white sneakers, and some jeans, which I think is best, but I can also wear it with a blazer or whatever. So that's what I really love about this PRX line, is that it's very multifunctional and can fit in various environments. Alright, so now let's get to the more technical side of it. So the movement, it is the Powermatic 80, which is a self-winding Swiss movement, and it's got the Nivacron hairspring, which essentially means that, like I said, it will self-wind as you wear it. There's a portion of the watch that will spin, winding up the watch as you wear it. And on the back, it is open back, so you can see into the watch, which is really cool for someone who's never had a watch that's automatic. You get to actually see how these function and how they charge up, essentially, and you even see the hairspring from the back, which is really cool. I really enjoy that feature. I think one of my watches in the future should be in an open case display thing. I forget the name, but where from the front you can also see it. So I really want an open work, as some watches are called, but I really like it. So there's two versions of the PRX. There's a quartz version and the Powermatic 80 version. So you'll see a big price difference between those two as well, about $300 to $400 depending on if you're buying new or used. And they come in different colors, from a dark blue, black, silver, this ice blue, and there's actually a smaller version of these PRXs in the Powermatic 80 versions. So you can get a 35mm now, so for your significant other, women, people with smaller wrists can now wear this watch, and it looks normal, or it looks good on any wrists. So you can choose between the two sizes, and they're bringing the ice blue color to both of them. Alright, so I want to talk also about the bracelet, which I really enjoy because it really punches above its weight class in this sense because of the price. So it is an interchangeable, integrated stainless steel bracelet, which Tissot will also sell you a leather bracelet as well separately, but I think this stainless steel bracelet fits so well with the character of this watch, and it's very comfortable actually. So at first I felt it kind of like pulling on the hairs of my arm, but now I don't ever feel that, so I don't know what that is, but it feels great. It's super comfortable. I can wear this watch all day, no problem. It's actually quite light overall, but it definitely has a heft of a proper watch, just not so heavy that it might get in the way of things. So compared to my Apple Watch, of course, it weighs a little bit more, but with this very comfortable band, I have no problems at all, and it's a double clasp, so if you can't see it now, but it comes off real easily when you want it to, but it's very secure when you need it to stay on your wrist. So that is a great plus as well. Finally, the price. This watch costs $725 retail in the United States for the ice blue variant. Of course, if you buy used, this ice blue variant might be a little bit more, but there's also others like the dark blue or the black, which might cost a lot less if you don't care about the dial color, but I think the dial is really one of the best selling points of this watch, especially in this ice blue color. So I really want to mention that this one for some time was quite limited. If you didn't find it already sold out on the Tissot website, you'd have to go and get it from a reseller. Even StockX, I believe, had it, but yeah, this is about a $700 watch, which is comparable to the Hamilton khaki field mechanical watch, which is about $500, $525. It's got a more rugged look. It is a little bit smaller on the case, but of course it comes at a big discount of $200. So that's another option in the price range, which is also a mechanical watch. There's also the Seiko Presage Cocktail Time, which is even less. It's about $400 something. However, it's a leather strap, no quick release like this has, a lower power reserve of about 41 hours, so it's about half the time. So that's one that I would consider if you want a more classy leather look, but definitely half the price of this watch. So what's my final verdict on this watch? I love it. I'm going to keep it for a very long time. It is my first mechanical watch, automatic watch, and it signifies a lot to me because I also bought it in anticipation of me leaving GS. It's a big move in my future, and I think every watch should tell a story or have a story, have some kind of significance to you personally, and not just be an investment, because they're not always investments. I know this watch might be able to resell for about what I paid for it, but that doesn't matter to me because I'm going to keep it for a long time, and I think it looks wonderful. I can wear it with everything. I know it's going to last. It has a good warranty. It's going to be accurate for a long time, and it's got all the features I need and I want. Obviously one day I want to get a watch like a Rolex Daytona. I love the Rolex Daytona, but that is way above my price range right now. So I think this watch as a starter watch, as a starter automatic watch, is fantastic if you can find one. Don't go out and buy an Omega Swatch Speedmaster. Save up. I know it costs more, but just get this. It's better. If you're looking at getting a watch that has a little bit of je ne sais pas, like some prestige, you could say, a little bit of hype, but also looks great and will look great into the future. Excuse my horrible French, but also go Messi. As of filming this, he's playing right now in Miami, his first game against Tissot, so I just want to mention that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this valuable. Please like, subscribe, and please watch some of my other videos. And I'll catch you in the next one.